Welcome, everyone, to the Mighty Nerd Podcast, the only podcast that is scientifically proven to be a part of your balanced breakfast. Kid-tested, mother-approved. My name is FistTruck, and today I'm joined by my buddies, HeyyyyyTony and Solid Snarf. Say hello, gentlemen.
Hello, gentlemen.
Hello. What's good?
Yeah.
Nothing much. It's been quite the week. If you work in the gaming industry, right?
Right.
Because you probably don't anymore.
Crazy.
So that's been great this week. By great, I mean terrible. So today we're gonna be talking about a bunch of the layoffs, the PlayStation State of Play, and Destiny. Destiny, right?
Yeah, I mean, I just got a short thing to say about Destiny at the end.
I'm sure it will be more than short.
Yeah.
So
I'm the only one that plays Destiny anymore.
Yes.
Anyway.
So I guess we'll start with the positive, maybe. Let's talk about the PlayStation State of Play, which you guys could talk about more than I can, because I really only saw one trailer because I only cared to watch one of them. So go for it.
Well, I know the game that Tony's most excited about. Dave the Diver is coming to PlayStation.
Oh,
yes.
Okay.
And they have a brand new DLC.
Yes.
Godzilla's in it.
Yes.
Okay. All right. That did not.
The only mistake that I think they made with that trailer is when Godzilla came out, they played the original Godzilla music,
Yeah.
not the the Pharaoh Monk remix. Yeah, I haven't played Dave yet, but I know Tony's a big advocate.
I love Dave the Diver. It is
Yes.
really a great game.
I'm a fan of Craig the Climber.
Yeah, that's going to be released. They didn't give a specific date, but they said, generally April. That's coming to PlayStation, and the DLC is coming out in May. Do you want to do a good game, bad game, good game, bad game, or?
Okay. Well, let's be fair here. None of these have come out yet, so aside from
Exactly.
So
That's
we
all.
can't say whether or
Yeah.
not they're good or bad.
I'm just anticipating.
I have
the
to
amount of shit talking.
I have to say in every single episode, because it always comes up, is I'm a big opponent of bullshit trailers, so I will be talking shit. That's all.
All right, cool. All right, we'll talk about Death Stranding too. Tony, what'd you think about Death Stranding 2 trailer?
Yeah, I'm like, anytime I see a Kojima title, like lately, it's just been really fucking weird. Like every time I look at something, you can tell what his games are immediately when you see just the first 30 seconds.
Can you?
And I'm just like, yes.
Yeah,
Yes,
fucking weird. That's all you can tell.
This is just fucking weird, bro. But that's how he does all of his games lately. And when I saw the first like 15 to 20 seconds, I was just like, this got to be Kojima, and it was Death Stranding 2, and I was just like, I don't want another walking simulator.
Do you think he'll die more or strand more?
It's I don't know, bro. It's just bad. Like I was just like, nah. If I want to deliver packages, I'll work for FedEx. I'm sorry.
So this is what I saw. Right, I saw 99% cutscenes, and like I saw him build a bridge like he did in the old game, and I saw him shooting one thing once, actual gameplay. So it's like I want Kojima to create what he wants. I want him to be creative. And, Death Stranding, I played through it. It wasn't my game. But I'm a huge Metal Gear Solid game. So I'm like, eventually...
You're a huge Metal Gear Solid game?
Yes, I am a huge Metal Gear Solid game. Yes. Huge Metal Gear Solid fan. And eventually, what his creative outlet will be will match up with what I want. So it's like, I want him to be able to... I hope so.
I'm wondering, okay, because how many games has he put out since the whole Konami thing? It's just been Death Stranding.
It's just been Death Stranding.
Okay, so
but that was egregious. From people's point of view.
Yeah. So I guess we'll see with Death Stranding 2. But let's say if Death Stranding 2 is like just as wacky and somehow still just as boring. It still has also just like random cutscenes and Norman Reedus drinking Monster Energy and some shit. Do you think Konami was like the necessary evil to keep him in check?
Konami as a company is soulless.
Yeah.
All right. It's the creators, right? And as any company creator relationship is, it's the creator gets to create as much as he can, as long as it's within the time frame where like I need to make money off of this game where the company says so, right?
Yeah.
So it's like there's a bunch of shit in Metal Gear Solid 2 that was supposed to come out, and Kojima talked about it, said there's just not enough time. He had a time frame and so on and so forth. And that's just across the board, everything. Time is where the companies step in and say, hey, we've spent enough money. We need a return. I think this is what I hope. I hope, right? And I'll tell you why I think this and why I hope this. I think this one will be more action-oriented instead of just a walking simulator. Why? Because in the trailers, he's left the United States Postal Service and gone into the secret CIA version of whatever they have in the future. That's one. Right. Also, the previous Death Stranding trailer that came out maybe like 2-3 years ago, for the the remastered version or whatever of a game that came out the year before, it was very like callback to espionage stuff and sneaking and all that. Because like I think that just the framework that the game is built on, I think it can be easily adjusted to an action type thing, right? Like they built their engine, and it just needs some tweaking to make it more fluid and less walking simulator-ish like it was in Death Stranding.
I mean, they need to have like actual legit gameplay is what you're saying.
Yeah. I'm hopeful, and these are the reasons why I think it might be more action-oriented. I think all signs are not all signs. I think signs are pointing towards action orientation. And again, if it's not for me, it's just not for me. But it is for someone else out there, and I hope he gets to make whatever he gets to make.
So, just going off of what you said, the only thing that actually, for the most part, even got me interested was I actually saw him pull out a gun and shoot something for the first time. And I was just like, oh, shit.
Wow. That's a thing that happened in the first one, right?
Did it? It was.
It was very few and far in between, though, right?
Yeah, the beginning of the game, a lot of people didn't get even to the war part.
Yeah, you didn't even get to the guns because you're sitting there delivering packages.
Yeah,
and falling and tripping,
and all of that.
Losing your balance.
So it's a no for me, dog. I'm just I don't fault anybody who loved Death Stranding. I just after seeing it, I'm just like, I'm okay. I'll watch. I'll watch through you guys and enjoy it through you guys.
Yeah, I mean, I'm wait and see. I'm wait and see.
Yeah. Like Death Stranding, prior to that game coming out, I was just like, so what is this game about? What is it? You know what it was exactly like. In at least leading up to its launch, it definitely wasn't, like this big of a, fuck up, but like No Man's Sky. Because prior to No Man's Sky's launch, everyone was fucking hyped for it. And I'm like, I don't get, like, they showed nothing. All they showed was a guy walking around, and there was like a brontosaurus or something, but like, they didn't show actual, like, gameplay. Like, they never told you what the fuck the guy made a bunch of promises but never showed a single thing, and the game comes out and it turns out that there's nothing to do.
Well in Death Stranding's defense, they showed exactly what was going to happen.
Yeah, you saw the walking and you're like, what is it? And it's like, no, that was it. We did show it to you.
That's it. We showed you everything you're doing in the game, walking and some shooting.
Yeah.
All right, well, I think we can talk about a game that I'm pretty sure all on our is on all of our lists. Yes, I can speak. Dragon Dogma 2.
I didn't know that. I didn't know they showed that. Okay.
Yeah. Releases March 22nd, 2024. It's on my list. I thought that was the game you were referring to. You won't be playing it?
I will be playing it.
Okay. I was about to say.
I mean,
so this is coming from a person that's never played Dragon Dogma, the very first one.
I think
I've never played it.
Who's played it? Yeah.
I've never played it, but just watching the trailer, I was just like, I can see myself playing this. My only issue is it seems like, well, it's no seem like there is no co-op, correct?
Nope. They're gonna have something called the pawn system, which was from the first game. So you have these AI buddies. You get to pick one who's your accountability buddy from the start, and then you get like two more, assuming that it's exactly the same as the first game. You get two more that you get to summon, and those are other people's pawns from the interwebs, like. You know, that kind of, so for example, you could summon my pawn and I could summon yours and that kind of shit. And when your pawn goes to other people's games, let's say they play a little bit ahead of you or they see something you haven't, then like your pawn might retain some of that information. So for example, a Cyclops, you might, you know, they'll have a Cyclops in it, and your pawn, let's say that they saw it in another game first before yours, you get up to it, your pawn will be like, oh, go for the eye, aim for the eye, or something like that.
Oh, okay, that's actually pretty cool.
Yeah, sure. So there's in the first game, I hope it's better than it was in the first game, because in the first game, them motherfuckers were brain dead, yo. I'll never forget. There was this cliffside path. And there was a Cyclops on there. Brought out a Cyclops for a good reason. And on both instances of my friend and I playing the game, my character and like essentially both of our pawns did the same thing in each other's games, where the other one went go for the eye and then just ran right off the side of the cliff and fucking killed themselves.
So what the fuck?
You have countless times, especially my friend's pawn, and he can concur or agree with this. What had some real fucking deep rooted problems, because that man would jump off of ledges like almost any fucking chance he got, and it was funny, but it's also really fucking annoying. And like I wish I just had co-op, because like for some of the bigger enemies and that kind of stuff, it'd be the kind of situation where having co-op wouldn't, because the pawns do everything that a player can do. So if you had another player there, you would just have a not dumb pawn. That's all. I wish they added co-op. That was something I desperately wanted when the first game came out. And, I'm kind of disappointed to have this many years later. But Dragon's Dogma 1, I played through it like 2 or 3 times. It's really, really good. So I expect this also to be really, really good.
Yeah. I'm definitely looking forward to it. The game that's coming out pretty soon. Let's see. I think. Oh yeah. Foam Stars, Splatoon, but for PlayStation.
Oh yeah.
That comes out February 6th, and it's going to be with PlayStation Premium, I think, for free, right? Confirm.
If you call that free, I can't say.
I mean, well, I already have the premium. But it's included with PlayStation Premium if you buy it.
All right.
Yeah. So that will, and then immediately 2 days later, Helldivers 2.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, they had that. They're leaning into the Starship Trooper.
Another
aesthetic.
game that I will definitely be playing, and that game looks fucking phenomenal, and it does lean into the Starship Trooper trope, but it looks like it's done better than the Starship Trooper game that came out. I'm just throwing that out there. Helldivers looks like it's going to be a really good game to play cooperatively. It gives me the itch for the base building plus just like horde mode of like almost like a Gears of War type deal.
It's gonna have a horde mode type thing?
No, I wouldn't call it like a horde mode type thing, but you drop in, you kill
you gotta
bugs.
do the mission. And
it's
stuff,
just
there's just a massive amount of enemies.
Yeah,
right.
no. Like,
well,
I play Helldivers
it's
1
not what is it? Isometric view? Helldivers 1 or top down? It's not like that.
It's not top
It's
down.
first
no.
person.
No,
It's
it's
like
third person.
Third person.
Oh wow, wow.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool. That's cool. I wonder if it'll be as hard as the first one, because that game was not. That game was like you would kill each other more than the enemies would kill you.
That's wild.
I assume it'll be easier to aim if you're in third person. So I mean, it's like I can't. I played Helldivers 1. I liked it. It was fun. I can't give props to Helldivers 2 based off of Helldivers 1 because the gameplay looks different.
Yeah.
But it looks exciting. So looks like they have more of a budget this time too.
All right, that's cool. That's cool.
Yeah. What was that BioShock Infinite looking game?
I forgot what it was called, but I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah. Well, the Ken Levine, he's a writer that wrote for
he's the BioShock
BioShock
guy.
1, 2, and 3.
And System Shock. Yeah.
He actually wrote on one of the other games I played early in my
Judas.
career. Oh, the name is Judas. Yeah.
Judas.
He wrote for Tribes Vengeance, which was I don't. Have any of you ever played Tribes? Where like Tribes Ascend, anything?
No,
All right, it's
no,
a first-person shooter where it's like you turn off your boots and you have anti-gravity boots and
you're like
you
skating
slide
all over
across.
the place. Yeah, I've seen that.
Yeah, like super high speed, super hard to play. But yeah, it's his company. He co-founded the company, Ghost Story Games. Games Judas looks like BioShock. Looks story-driven, first-person shooter, power, all that.
Yeah.
Looks cool. Looks cool as hell.
Yeah, apparently that game has been in like some kind of development hell.
Well, that's the first game that he's worked on since BioShock Infinite, and BioShock Infinite came out
2013.
Jesus. Yeah, that's
So that game has been in like crazy development hell. There have been a bunch of stories of people who worked for that in that studio who left, saying like he would just work on stuff, go, okay, we're working on this, and then just change his mind and change his mind and change his mind and change his mind and because I guess he's like I think the word would be like an auteur, right? Is that it?
Auteur?
Auteur, sure.
Perfectionist?
Yeah. He has a vision and he has to see it through. But
right.
To the point where it's like you're constantly shooting yourself in the foot.
Yeah.
And so
yeah.
apparently this game's like started, stopped like countless fucking times. So the fact that there's finally something to show for it, cool, because I did enjoy BioShock quite a bit.
Yeah. You ever see the movie Aviator?
The one with the dude in the flying suit or some shit like that, right?
It was Leonardo DiCaprio. It's about this guy that wanted to make a war movie about flying planes, and he had like OCD, and it kept on getting progressively worse through his movie career as a director. And he stopped movies, scrapped everything he had, and then started over, scrapped everything he had, and started over. I don't know. That's what it sounded like.
What movie was I fucking thinking about?
I don't know.
I remember there was some movie where like it's a guy in a flying suit has like a jetpack or something like that, but it's also, it doesn't look fancy though. It's like in brown leather, like it would have been done in the 30s or something.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
God damn it! This is gonna kill me.
Yeah. All right. In the middle of the episode, like 30 minutes from now, you're gonna yell out a name and be like, "What the fuck?"
Yeah. Probably. Yeah.
All right, Judas. No release date yet. Then they did two PSVR games. Legendary Tales, which looked like an RPG, like if RuneScape was first person and and a VR game. That's what it looked like.
Okay.
But single player. I think Metro Awakening, which is like from the Metro series, Metroid.
The Rocketeer.
The
Rocketeer. Yep, the Rocketeer.
I was really bummed out about that. I was really bummed. When I saw it, I was just like, "Oh, another Metro game? Oh, I'm gonna love this."
Psych.
And then it was VR.
It looks good. It looks good.
It does, but I thought,
that it was gonna be like a game.
And I didn't know what I thought. I felt scammed.
Well, Metro. They got the developer is 4A Games, and they got bought out by Saber in like 2020.
And guess who they're under? Guess who they're under?
All right, we'll talk about this. Is it Hold on. I have it in my notes. Embracer Group?
Yep.
All right, we'll get back. Well, that's on our topic list for today. And the Metro Awakening is not even going to be made by 4A Games. It's by Vertigo Games, the guys who made Arizona Sunshine, that popular zombie VR game.
Okay.
Yeah. So, I don't know what that means. I'm just saying it. They showed Rise of Ronin.
That's the only one I saw.
Okay. So I thought you were talking about Dragon Dogma.
No, I don't want to see anything about Dragon's Dogma. I don't need to see anything. I'm sure it'll be fine. And
yeah, it looks. It's made by Team Ninja, creators of Neo, Ninja Gaiden.
I'm gonna be real with you. It looks like a cross between Sekiro and Assassin's Creed, and I was just like, okay, I don't know where you're going with this, but I think I just have trauma from the whole trope of climbing a tower, and jumping off of it type deal. Yeah. So I'm just sitting on the fence about this one. I don't know. Maybe I need to see a little bit more gameplay.
I'm getting it, so you'll have it. So.
Oh, okay. So yeah, there's that. But the thing for me is like, I try to stay away from open world is just starting to get really monotonous. You know what I'm saying? Where it's just the same thing over and over with the open world trope. I wasn't the biggest fan of Neo. I loved Wulong, Dark Souls, Sekiro, all of that. So when I'm just not sure. That's just me though.
Neo 1. I haven't played Neo 2, but I've seen it played. Neo 1 I played maybe like I don't know, how far would you say I got, Fist?
You got to like the second level.
No? What?
The second and third. Oh no. Did you fight the worm? You fought the worm.
Yeah, I went farther.
Okay, so you probably got like 4 or 5, I would say 6 tops.
Yeah.
But they're big level. They're big levels. So, when I say, you probably got
Neo
to
1
2 or
was
3
pretty
zones.
brutal until I got the hang of it. Neo 2, I see you guys play. It's like significantly more accessible, I would say, is the term I would use.
Yeah.
And, my experience with Ninja Gaiden is Ninja Gaiden 2. And you know how far I got in that.
You saw the whole game, to be fair.
Yeah, we played the whole game. I saw the whole game. I did not get past the first level, and that shit went over my head. But no, I'm excited for Rise of Ronin because I did like Neo, and as my career in getting better at games, I do like challenging games.
Yeah. For me, it looked like more like Sekiro meets Ghost of Tsushima.
Yeah,
that too.
And like I like Ghost of Tsushima, but that game, I don't know. When I saw the trailer, I was like, this is Ghost of Tsushima. I want to play. Okay, got it. Like I played through Ghost of Tsushima. I really liked it a lot, but that game has like issues with its fucking narrative that don't gel with the game for me. But like yeah, I saw it and I was just like, okay, cool. If it's like, my only thing is I wonder what how challenging the game's gonna be.
It looks more accessible.
Yeah, it does. That's like, somehow I got that vibe off it. I just hope it's a little, I still hope it has some of that, I don't know. I've loved everything they put out since they decided to just start fucking making Souls-like games or some shit like that. So I expect it. I expect it to be good. But it's also open world game, and I don't know what kind of spin they're gonna put on the open world thing, or is it just gonna be like, there are these parts you do really cool things, and then the rest of the game is you just getting to the cool thing.
Yeah.
Because that would suck. But I imagine regardless, unless the game just is like totally borked, I'll probably play the shit out of it, because I've pretty much every single release they've had since Neo 1 I have just played multiple times.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so they showed 2 Silent Hill games. They showed Silent Hill: The Short Message, which came out like immediately. I saw some gameplay on that. It's a first person, like you walk through the halls and towers and you pick up shit and play cutscenes. There's a story behind it. It's a short message. Literally a short message. Yeah, I mean, I'm not into those kind of like walking, like Outlast type things. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I get you. It's just like, it's so one note.
Yeah, the clear, like, this is like, what do you call it?
Talking about Silent Hill message, correct?
Yeah, it's not.
It reminded me of Outlast as well.
What is it? Propaganda
type deal?
Not propaganda, but promotion material for actual Silent Hill. Like, hey, we're coming back with Silent Hill. You know?
Yeah, sure.
Right.
Silent Hill 2 remake though.
Yes. So this will be perfect for me
I
because I've never played Silent Hill 2. I've only played the very first Silent Hill, so this will be perfect for me to actually enjoy it at the highest fidelity and it being remade. Yeah, I'm actually really excited. I will be playing it day one. There was a lot in it that, like, some people can. There's a lot of callbacks to a lot of fans. You know, the nurses, Pyramid Heads, etc. But for me, this is a new experience. So I'll be able to actually, go through and experience the game for the first time and not know, like, certain things to do and certain things, like, just, I'm excited. I'm very excited for this.
It looks good as far as like a
I'm
Silent Hill
skeptical.
experience.
Yeah. I'm skeptical because of who's doing it.
Who's doing it?
It's a Bloober team, and they've done, I can't remember every single game they've done, but I know they've done Layers of Fear,
okay.
1 and 2. They've
Yeah.
done a game called, I think it was called The Medium. Oh, excuse me.
Oh, the medium.
The
The medium. I know that one.
Like that. And then they also did the Blair Witch game.
Which I heard wasn't bad.
Yeah, I don't know about that. Like, I tell you, I play Layers of Fear, and that game's trash. That game's trash. Like, it's not good.
Medium, like, it was interesting. I haven't played it, but I watched like a full playthrough. It was interesting, and it also couldn't run on one of the systems that it was on.
Yeah.
I think Plague played it. I think I watched Plague play it. Did he play a little bit of it?
Yeah, I don't know. It's a thing. Yeah, he's understanding it.
Yeah,
it's a thing with the way they do horror that's so not good. That I mean, I hope that changes with Silent Hill, but it's always like every bit of horror is how to explain it. It's like really scripted. It's just the kind of thing where something scary happens and then you're supposed to. Like, oh my God, but then you realize that it's like a nothing burger.
right.
And they've done that in pretty much all their games. And I hope that changed with Silent Hill 2. So but I've been skeptical since it was announced that they were working on it. I guess we'll see when it comes out though.
Right. So split the difference. Average is hopefully skeptical about Silent Hill 2.
Yeah.
Sonic X Shadow Generations.
Oh yeah.
I think
That's pretty.
I'm a pass.
Nah, man, that shit. Nah, no
Yeah, I'm a
way,
pass.
man. Did you play Sonic Generations?
I did not, but I'll
It's the
live
best
through
Sonic
you
game.
guys.
It's the best Sonic
Best
game.
Sonic game.
It's the best
ever.
Sonic game ever.
Yeah,
Ever.
yeah.
That's it. Ever.
Sonic
Full stop.
Generations, best Sonic
Yep.
game ever.
Yep, and we're talking about someone whose first video game ever. My first video game I ever played was Sonic 2.
I'm gonna play Sonic Generations. I need to.
It's the best
see
Sonic
what-
game ever. I don't
Okay,
like-
I'm gonna hold you to that. I'm gonna play it. I want to see what's up.
It's like the Sonic timetable is completely utter garbage trash, and then really good,
Yeah.
and then
Yeah,
completely utter garbage trash, and then really really good, and then completely utter garbage trash and pretty good.
Yeah,
So it looks like Sonic X Shadow Generations is the greatest hits of all the Sonic Shadow games that they're in together.
it's Sonic Generations, but like with shadow levels in it. So
Yeah.
when my friend told me, I was just like, what the like?
But there
there's
were
only
no
so
guns.
many games.
There were no guns.
Thank God. Well, like the fucking every game where there's a shadow level, it's a Sonic level. Except for one, and Lord knows we need to play anything for that fucking game. And then he tells me that he was fighting Satan, and I'm like, no!
Come on, it's awesome. No,
that game's garbage.
It is garbage. It is all right. It's a guilty pleasure. It was when you're young and you don't choose and you don't have money to buy your own games, and you're just
how did you guys feel about Sonic Frontiers?
I didn't play it. I saw my friend play it a lot, and it was like, yeah.
We all living through our friends because I saw my friend play it as well, and I was just like, I don't know how to feel about this, but it looked really good. It did look good.
I'm gonna say Sonic Generations is better than that.
Yeah,
I haven't played it.
More Sonic-y.
I gotta try Sonic Generations because y'all are living by this game. I have to try it.
No, it's his thing is like, okay, so I haven't played it, but watching my friend play it, it pretty much seemed like it was two different games. Excuse me, two different games like melded into one. Where you have the open world with just like it literally looks like it was made in Level Creator, like Forge. It looks like it was made in fucking Forge from Halo, Forge. Where you could just have random objects floating around the place, and they don't look like they belong at all. And then you just say, hey, it's a level. That's how the open world looks like. And then they have actual levels that are actual levels. And by the way, Sonic Generation is all of that. It's all the actual levels. And those parts look really cool and sick. And then when you're in the open world, you see he's running really fast. And then you get caught on a random object and he stops, or he goes like real janky or something like that. And I was like, okay, I guess it's cool. Probably when you play it, it's like fun. But it also looks like they did not have like a proper vision for this game.
Yeah.
And so they just like stuck shit together, slapped it together, and then saw what sticks. And then randomly when you get into a boss fight, it just starts playing with fucking prog metal.
Yeah, and the music's pretty fucking good. Like,
but
the only thing that really like stopped me from playing that game after watching my friend play it was he got to this fucking pinball machine. I got infuriated just watching him.
He got
do that
infuriated
shit.
playing it. Yeah, Sonic Frontiers has a section where you have to play like pinball, and you have to get like a really, really high score, and like you have to do it to progress. And it's just fucking pimp. It's literally pinball.
He was there for a long ass time. He was there for a long ass time because he left to go do something else and got back, and he had to start from scratch. I think.
No, he still was still on that for a minute, because the thing is that like, it's like pinball where sometimes the ball just goes places and you just gotta watch him die. You just get that perfect shot where it like banks around and then launches into the little channel that goes behind your paddle.
Yeah.
And then into the hole that's like, it's literally pinball. They have you playing Sonic and running fast, and then it's pinball. I'm done repeating that, but like it's just it's nuts. It's fucking
unskippable. You have to get a high score. That
is the main story. That is part of the main story. Like in Sonic Frontier speedruns, it was revolutionary when someone found a glitch to skip the pinball.
Right.
It's oh god. Sonic Frontiers doesn't have that. Yeah. Just saying.
So you're looking forward to
Sonic Generations.
Sonic X Shadow Generations then, right?
I'm not going to buy it, but yeah, sure. I'll wait for it to be. No, it's just because where I'm at now, I'll wait. I'm definitely not going to buy it at launch, but like, I'm sure when I play it though, whenever I play it, I'm probably going to love it, because Sonic Generations is like, best Sonic game. Best Sonic game.
All right, I'm gonna give it a shot.
Yeah, and it goes on sale for like $5, if even.
Yeah. Fist, you have not seen Stellar Blade, have you?
What?
Stellar Blade?
Stellar Blade.
No.
Okay, so they show this game called Stellar Blade.
I don't want to talk about this game.
All right, so it's a game. Anyway, Until Dawn Enhanced version comes out.
No. We can talk about it.
I'm gonna watch it while we're talking.
Okay.
You ever feel like
oh, okay.
You're being
All right, hold on.
manipulated?
Wait a second. Is this Chinese or Korean?
Probably.
Everyone here looks freakishly smooth and like and like
Korean.
almost powdery white.
It's Korean. It's Korean. It's from the developer Shift Up Corporation.
I never like judging a book by its cover like this, but like I hate the style. I hate when everyone looks like freakishly fucking smooth and pristine in a way that is just like honestly, you could have the fucking minions on screen and they will look more human than this. I'm just saying.
It's a fighting game. No, it's an action fighting game. So it's like fucking Devil May Cry or
or Nier's. Oh, this looks like Nier.
Yeah, Nier.
Just because of the post-apocalypse thing. I guess that's it.
But everybody's got their ass and tits hanging out. But it's like the trailer was funny because there's that like everywhere, but the trailer was super serious and story focused. Like what they were doing was important.
It's trailer's super serious, and then you see the character talking in was it Japanese? Was it Korean when they were talking and they was like the little giddy schoolgirl jump up in the air and the legs bend outwards and they let's go like that. So you get little little sprinkles of that throughout the trailer, but then you see these action cutscene sequences where she's taking a blade and running through an enemy with it, and you're like, that's pretty cool. But then you look a little deeper, and you're like, I don't know. Yeah. I don't know how to feel about this.
It's like Bayonetta is, they lean into it, right? They lean into it.
Yeah, like the game is very, very
hokey.
Campy.
Campy, fun. Yeah. This one, it takes itself, it looks like the trailer.
Clearly taking itself seriously. Yeah,
but it's everything's hanging out. It's like
it's very clean though. Like the graphics look impressive.
I don't know if it's the reflections.
I will give it that. The graphics look very impressive. But as the trailer showed, a lot of the trailer I saw ass shots. You know, like you do any anime.
They know who their market is.
Who their audience is. They do. But my thing is, it's just like I'm looking at this and I'm like, it reminds me of Final Fantasy VII, what I'm looking at from just a trailer, but I know it's not going to play like Final Fantasy VII, if that makes sense.
Okay, all right. I'm seeing the gameplay now. Yeah, and definitely with the ass shots. The only thing is, like, when she's walking around, I don't know if it's the reflections shining on her chest, or like if her tits are just like literally sentient or something. But there's, but aside from any of that shit, just looking at the gameplay, it looks like it could be fun. I mean, I'm a sucker for this kind of shit. I'm not a sucker for this kind of aesthetic though.
Yeah.
The only thing with like, I'm not every Korean game is like this, but I always like to point out Lost Ark here, and I know it's not the same kind of game. But they have a thing where they'll have like these super flashy action combat type games or systems. And that's what they are, is flashy. But they tend to lack substance. Like if you hit the button once, the screen lights up with effects. So it looks like you're doing a lot, but you're like, no, I'm just hitting one button like over and over again, and that's it. As opposed to something like in Devil May Cry, where, your guy's doing cool shit, but also like, you're taking into account, you're like, I'm not thinking of frame times necessarily, but like when you try and juggle something, you're trying to switch to keep your combo up, or the combo modifier, the stylish thing up, and you're trying to keep, or constantly switch weapons and making sure like you have the right tool for the right situation. Like there's a lot of depth there, and usually in at least a fair amount of Korean games I played that are like this, it's always like all style, no substance. But I mean, this looks like it could be fun. You just might have to skip all the cutscenes. That's all.
Yeah.
Definitely a solid, if it's on Game Pass, I'll try it out.
Yeah, if it's on Game Pass, I'll definitely try it. But to like a day one purchase, I don't. But I don't think, no, excuse me. It won't be on Game Pass. This is a PlayStation game.
Oh, it's on PlayStation Pass, whatever. Yeah.
April 26th, by the way. April 26th for Stellar Blade.
Okay.
Like if it's nice, it's nice. But I can see it being fun. I can see it being fun. Like it doesn't look janky.
No, it does not.
It does not look
It looks
janky or
clean.
anything like that. It's just getting past the,
Aesthetic.
It's getting past the aesthetic. And for me, it's like one thing for all the ass shots, but it's another thing where everyone is just like buttered.
Yeah, and also like that futuristic dystopian environment where
it clashes with how she looks.
Yeah, it's
Right.
I don't know.
It's like if a character from Phantasy Star ended up in Nier.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can see that.
That's what it looks like. And I played a lot of Phantasy Star, but that game's like super colorful and shit.
Until Dawn enhanced version.
I'm good.
Yeah,
I'm
came out 8 years ago. It's coming out again.
My problem with games like Until Dawn, The Quarry, any game that follows a sequence of just pressing the button to make a decision.
Yeah.
I loved them when they first drop. You love this game because you're so invested into the story, right? You're so invested. But after you play it, it's just like the novelty is gone. You get what I'm saying? Like there's really like there's no replay value in these type of games. Now, granted, hold on, there are people that be like, well, you can make different decisions. I'm like, yeah, I get that.
I'd rather look
is
online.
it really changing the end of the outcome that drastically?
Yeah, that's like
It's
the Telltale
not.
Games.
Yes,
they
like
were
the
all
Telltale
like
games.
that. We're like, oh, hey, you make choices, but they all end up the same way.
Yeah, they all end up the same way, and there's no replay value unless you left the game for like 6 or 7 years. You'd be like, you know what, I would like to play that again, and then you go back to play it, and it's kind of a brand new
again,
kind of new-ish. It's like not having ice cream for months, and then you're like, oh shit, this vanilla ice cream is just fucking delicious. Like it's just it's one of those things. So for me, Until Dawn, I love the story. I loved the Quarry story, the games like it. But as far as a day one buy for me, no. And as far as just going back to buy it again, no. Like you're purchasing the same game just at a higher fidelity. No, I'm good.
Yeah.
I like playing those type of games once. And then like for the alternate paths, instead of playing the whole game again, I just look up on YouTube.
That is an actual idea. I should start doing that.
Like that's because
it's effectively the same thing. It's the same thing.
Yeah, like I like making my choices and making my path, and like sometimes I get a really good ending, sometimes I get a really bad ending. But I'm not playing through that whole thing again.
I'm kind of
non-gameplay thing
like
again.
Going back to, and I hate to do this, but using Baldur's Gate as a template, like. I still have yet to actually look up stuff for Baldur's Gate, just because this, like, you see what I'm saying?
Different. Baldur's Gate has gameplay.
It is different. It has gameplay.
I would say you actually play that.
So, but it's one of those things where, like, these type of games, once you blow through it, it's just like, is there anything else? And they're $70 games, bro.
Yeah,
it's not like these are $30 or $20 games for the narrative or the story. But I understand why. You have voice actors. You have what do they call this stuff for?
I feel like they were. Oh yeah, mocap.
Do you have all of that?
I haven't bought a movie in like 10 years. How much are movies? How much is a Blu-ray movie?
I don't know, probably like $20-$30.
I have no clue. I haven't bought a movie in a. I mean, to be fair, I don't know how many people that buy movies anymore just because of streaming services now.
Yeah.
So buying a movie now is kind of owning a DVD player is kind of like.
But we all own one.
We all own one.
We own multiple ones potentially. Yeah.
So I guess I don't know, just a stupid thought in my head. If you had like a mid story that wasn't worth making a movie out of, you could probably make more money by making a Telltale game out of it and selling it for $70 to less people. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I don't know. I don't think. I mean, the Until Dawn, not all those games were full price. I know it was like Until Dawn was full price and The Quarry was, but I think the other ones like Man of Medan, House of Ashes, and
those were cheaper because
those were definitely
smaller,
cheaper and they were
though.
smaller. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I think The Quarry, I don't remember too much about Until Dawn, but they didn't have any like big name actors in them, right?
Until Dawn, they had Sean Ashton. They had Iceman.
They did have Iceman in it. They had what's the girl? She played in I think it's Bring It On 2.
Oh, Hayden Panettiere.
Wait, what?
Isn't that her name? Isn't that her name?
I don't remember.
She was
Hold
in
on a second.
the main white girl in Until Dawn.
Yes.
That was. I think that's who that was, right?
I think so. Give me 1 second. I can actually look it up.
I know the Quarry has like recognizable actors.
Yes, Hayden Panettiere. Yes.
Yeah. Suck it, yo. I remember my Disney Channel stars.
Actually, they didn't just have Hayden Panettiere in it. They had
Rami Malek.
Rami Malek. Yeah,
Oh,
Rami
really?
Malek in it.
That was before. That was before Mr. Robot, though. So.
That was
okay.
before.
Yeah,
Yes,
cool.
but he's still. And they had Dr. Hill was Peter Stormare.
Oh yeah. No, I love him. I love him.
I love him in movies.
He's great.
He's really good. So they have some legit actors. So I feel like maybe the price tag with you get what I'm saying. They tried to circumvent the price tag for what
With
they
star
did.
power.
With star power, exactly. And the same thing with the Quarry. So these are great games. I'm not trying to downplay them. They are very good story-driven games.
They have their fan
It's
base
just
clearly because they're still
just like
making them.
replayability is just not there for me. So
And like they still, the fact that they were like pumping them out on a yearly basis, and I remember seeing reviews and then a lot of reviews going like, yeah, these just aren't as good, but like they keep making them, so people must eat
people
that shit
keep
up.
buying
Like,
them. I mean,
it's like people who constantly watch like schlocky as fuck B horror movies. Mm-hmm. I think it appeals to that same kind of crowd, except it's like I get to kill them, hell yeah.
Because I'll be real with you. I love Telltale games. I did from
Tales of the
start to
Borderlands
finish.
is goated. Wolf Among Us is great. Yeah.
Wolf Among Us was great. The second one is coming out, I think, either this year or next year.
Really?
Yeah, Wolf Among Us was talked about. That's in production. They've already said that they're gonna make a second one. So I'm here for that. But those type of games I really love. Telltale games are really dope. I'm into playing them. I'm just not into purchasing them for full price.
Yeah,
I get you.
That's all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think. All right. So they showed 2 more games. V Rising, which is a game that's already out in early access.
Yeah. That one's got.
I don't know much about V Rising. Can you guys give me a synopsis?
It's
on this?
a survival MMO, like
it's
Diablo
yeah,
type thing.
Yeah, it's an
Diablo,
isometric. It's isometric survival crafting type game. But the catch is that like you're a vampire, so you have to like watch out during the daytime, that kind of stuff, like that. You gotta hide from the sun and shit.
Redfall?
Okay, you're not a vampire in that game. Fucking Jesus Christ, that game's gone. Anyway,
that's
so,
a bad memory.
Yeah, but
I
think when it first came out to early access and Steam and stuff, that game like everybody loved it. So
It's still in early access.
I believe so. Yeah.
Yeah, so it's gonna be like one of the only early access games that's gonna make it to PlayStation, because I know Xbox has a few. And
yeah. I mean, that still hasn't stopped PlayStation from promoting some real special garbage in the past. But yeah.
Yeah, so I know it has a group of people that definitely like it.
So V standing for Vampire Rising.
No, man, it's venereal disease.
Yeah,
Fair enough.
it's for
On the rise.
very, very fucking.
Get your antibiotics here.
Wear a condom.
And then the last trailer was Zenless Zone Zero.
Man, shut the fuck up, man. What the fuck is that? What?
Zenless Zone Zero.
Is it 3 Z's or 3 X's?
3 Z's.
Z's.
Zenless
Okay.
Zone and then
Yeah, 'cause
zero.
he's gonna be
Oh,
putting my
this
ass
is
to
the
sleep
gotcha game.
Yes, this is your game.
Yeah.
though.
Okay.
It's not a gotcha game though. Well, all
Are
right.
you sure?
We don't know, but it's
It
an
looks
open
pretty
world.
gotcha to me. Okay, let me explain something to you.
Well, I mean, do you
Hoyoverse
mean
don't
mechanically gotcha or visually gotcha?
Hoyoverse don't make games that aren't gotcha.
Okay,
You understand?
okay. Yeah,
This could be the
understandable.
first. It could be the first.
They make Genshin Impact and Honkai Star Rail, which
And they
Tony
made
has.
Honkai. They made Honkai Star Rail. They made Genshin Impact. Hoyoverse is known for gotcha. I I don't know how to feel about this because I'm just like, how many of these games are you gonna make? You understand?
As
what I'm saying?
many as
people
people
will
will buy.
Yep.
That is ridiculous.
This is like when you look at that company, this is the machine, right? When people say, be a part of the machine, corporate everything. This is, as far as video games go. You want to talk shit about Ubisoft? No, this is the money making game. This is the soulless type shit.
And you know what?
The games
I
are
jumped
pretty
on
good,
the
though.
bandwagon
The games
for
are
the
pretty
second
good,
or
though.
third game.
Yeah, it's really good. Really good.
The games are good. The games are good.
The games are good. The games are good.
It's just the
I'll
business
have to
model,
be
man.
one of those people that didn't get into Genshin, but I did get into Honkai Star Rail, and I love Honkai Star Rail.
Yeah.
My problem though, is as much as I don't want to be a part of that,
Uninstall
I
Honkai.
haven't. No. Hear me out. I've spent like
say it.
like $60 to $80 already on Honkai Star Rail. It's been out since April of last year, but I don't purchase like stuff for buying the characters, but I do purchase like the once a month like battle pass type thing to get more materials to buy the characters. Now, do I, with this Zenless Zone Zero, if it's anything like Honkai and Genshin, it's going to be a different, like we talked about with Ubisoft cookie cutter game company. It's going to be the same character models, different hair, different clothes, different aspect, okay? Genshin's character models are different from Honkai, and Honkai, I'm looking at this Zenless Zone game, and it's looking like Zenless Zone is more of a, I wouldn't say post-apocalyptic, but more of a like
urban
Deus Ex,
setting.
urban Deus Ex Machina type deal with guns but they saying it's gonna be an RPG.
And they have Spider-Man swinging, right?
Spider-Man swinging. I didn't see anything about that. I could be
What game did I? Oh, maybe that's a different game. I don't know.
Yeah, you probably was thinking about Suicide Squad.
No, definitely not Suicide Squad. There was another gacha game that's coming out, open world, and it looked like straight Spider-Man swinging. These guys were doing.
No idea what you're talking about.
So to be fair, I'm looking at the trailer again, and gameplay now, and it reminds me of Tales games. You know, the open circular area, and you just start fighting the enemy, and you have the X for a sword art, A for another sword art or ability and stuff like that.
Yeah,
that's what it's looking like. It's not coming across as gacha, but
I didn't see too many.
Yeah, I mean, Genshin
elements.
doesn't look like a gacha game until you
it was.
until you realize that that's how you get new characters.
Right?
But like, you don't have to beat the stuff, do you? Like
no,
that.
but you don't have to beat it. You could be a free to play player, but eventually you're gonna run into a wall. They can say what they want, but every character you can play through most games with just the regular base 4-star characters. Now, would you having something that's more upgraded or better be easier? Like eventually you're gonna get bored and you're gonna want to purchase something.
I need a waifu, man.
Like it's bad, bro. I feel like
they've cornered the
certain
market on
games
waifus.
are just gambling, bro. It's
Dude,
gambling.
That's exactly what it is.
Sitting in a party with you, Niato, and Kaz playing that game is like, I don't know, the equivalent of watching like 3 crackheads in a corner. Just like, do you have this person yet? Did you get this person? Oh, I didn't get it. God damn it.
I mean, to be fair, you have to realize, right? It is gambling, because when you don't get it and you basically like grinded to make sure you have the materials to get it, it reminded me of Black Desert. Imagine like one of your accessories breaking at a percentage.
That's bad.
Yeah,
that's bad.
That's bad. Like when it doesn't happen, you just feel like, yo, what the fuck? I had a high percentage to get this and I didn't get it. Like, what? This game is cheating. Like, you get mad. So I and this comes from a person that threw hundreds of hours in the Black Desert, you know. I felt some type of way.
I'm sorry to hear that.
Oh, I played a lot, bro. And when my accessory broke, I gave the game up. You do not give me a 92% rate of saying, hey, it's gonna pass. You don't give me a 92% pass rate and then it breaks on me.
Yeah, you forgot about the other 8%, man.
Yeah, the other 8%, right? And then they said, right after I stopped playing it, 2 or 3 years later,
come back.
Now your accessories don't break no more.
We're sorry.
We're so sorry.
Yeah, like we're sorry. We know this was wrong, but we never bothered to fix it. So
Y'all
now
were
they
still
fix
playing, so
Yeah, so I quit the game. I quit the game after that, but I feel like games that HeyyyyyTony makes are not as unforgiving when it comes to certain things. You get what I'm saying? Like I enjoy Star Rail, even though I don't go back to it because there's other games to play. I'll come back eventually. This game, however, Zenless Zone, it also reminds me of that game called Displate. You guys probably never played Displate. It's another handheld type game. I played that as well. That was actually pretty good, but yeah, we'll see. The visuals are really nice. It reminds me of
cell shaded
Persona.
Yeah.
Yeah, it reminds me of the Persona series. So I don't know. I'll give it a shot. Probably won't get day one, but I'll give it a shot.
I mean, it's gonna be a free to play, so
Oh, it's free to play. Yeah,
I'm assuming all their other games are free to play, so I assume that's the case.
Yeah, you are. Yeah, fair, very fair.
Yeah, and that wraps up all of our PlayStation stuff. State of Play 2024.
Yeah.
Slightly going back to what is it?
No, we got multiple things.
Saber Interactive.
Yeah, Saber
Metro.
Interactive. Yeah, it's kind of funny. You bring up Saber because I was talking with a friend recently about the KOTOR remake. You guys remember that, right?
Yeah.
So that was originally handled by Aspire or something, I think was the name of the developer, who for the most part had some experience doing remasters, but not from the ground up remasters. Like their most notable thing that they did was bringing Civ 6 to iOS and Android, I think. And I think they did remasters for KOTOR 2, I think. KOTOR 2 or KOTOR 1, or both of them on PC, but just like they still look like the old games, but it's just like at modern resolutions and it cleans it up a little bit. The KOTOR remake was going to be like a complete from the ground, like the Dead Space remake, right. or I would say Dead Space because that's more fresh in the memory for me. And then that kind of just like went to shit. That just went to shit. So my friend and I were talking about it, and apparently it's still like is not quite dead yet, but also it seems like it's stuck in limbo. And then after looking through it a bit more, my friend's like, "Oh, okay. So the people who currently have it are as a company, or as a publisher, but company, whatever you want to call it, by the name of Embracer Group." I'm like, "That shit is fucking dead." So if you don't know who Embracer Group is, they're a company based out of Sweden. Oh. And more recently, they've kind of been known for just like snapping up other publishers, a bunch of studios. Most notably, they snatched up a bunch of Square Enix US. So like a lot like the or NA, I should say, a lot of the North American Square Enix studios that when after I forget whatever game came out, Square Enix is like, all right, fuck anything that's outside of Japan. We're done with this shit. You could take all of it. This ain't worth it. Tomb Raider, Deus Ex, and Avengers, Kasugma. We're done. And Embracer Group snatched up like all of those studios. So we're talking about like Crystal Dynamics, that's Tomb Raider, and Avengers for anyone who like that. Eidos Montreal, the recent Deus Ex games, and the third Tomb Raider game to come out. I'm trying to think who else. They went off on their own. I can't remember who else, but they also have Free Radical, which I'm going to get to that in a moment. Who most notably, if you're currently possibly starting to bald, that means you played Time Splitters at some point. So
I am attacked. All right.
Okay, well, I'm right there with you. So, Time Splitters, they most famously did that, and less famously did a game called Haze on the PS3 that was dog shit. Who else did they get? Then they had Deep Silver and everything under Deep Silver. And so Deep Silver had like Volition, who did Saints Row, and then Saints Row, the shittier one.
And the shittiest one.
We're talking about who else? I think Techland, right? Aren't they? I believe they're under Deep Silver. That's the Dying Light people. Also, the people who did Dead Island 2. They have them. Who else? You brought up Saber Interactive, who has 4A games or 3A games, whatever, the Metro games. People. Yeah. They have like just an insane amount, like gigantic, and I don't know if THQ Nordic's also under that, but maybe not. But they have just going over just an insane amount of studios, and I know I haven't listed them all, forgot a bunch, but still. And pretty much all they've done since they got them is lay off a shit ton of people and shut down studios.
Yeah. Yeah.
Most famously, they killed Volition. I'm sure after the most recent Saints Row not being quite up to standard, some would say, and them just hemorrhaging money out the ass, they killed them. And they killed Free Radical, who were apparently, I don't know if this was like Facebook official, but it was reported that they were working on another Time Splitters game. And Time Splitters is near and dear. They're dead. They're gone. They're over. Keep in mind, Free Radical in the years since, I don't know if it's 100% been like this, but they kind of split. So I think some people kept that studio alive, but also a lot of them went out to form like Crytek UK or something like that.
Okay.
So they worked on like Crysis games and stuff.
All their games have Y in it.
Yes. Time Splitters does not have a Y in it, but yeah.
Right.
Oh, you're talking about Crytek. Okay.
Yeah,
right.
Crytek.
Okay. All right. Yeah, they also... Do they? Hunt Showdown. No, it doesn't. So...
Well, what about fucking that Roman game, Rise? Rise with
But
a
you said
Y?
all games. You said all games. I said Hunt Showdown.
Okay.
Where's the Y in Hunt Showdown?
The fucking Y is where the M is supposed to be. I don't fucking know. God damn it.
The M? Okay, so there. Anyway, so yeah, wait, what? And they've laid off people, I believe, from Crystal Dynamics. Pretty much practically most of their studios. Most recently, Eidos Montreal got hit, so that's the Deus Ex people, who were, once again, not necessarily Facebook official, but it was reported that they were working on a new Deus Ex game to wrap up the story that never ended.
Yeah, that was very, very upsetting when that happened.
I feel so bad for those people because they have made nothing but bangers, and all they gotten is shitted on because of it. They made the Deus Ex Human Revolution, which was fucking great.
Amazing.
They made Deus Ex Mankind Divided, which to me was fucking great, but the story didn't end.
And that wasn't their fault. That was Square Enix's fault because they said, you know what, this could be.
There was more game,
games.
and they wanted to make it a trilogy for no fucking reason.
And then they
made Shadow of the Tomb Raider, which I thought was the best Tomb Raider game.
Good. It was good.
And then they made the fucking Guardians of the Galaxy game.
Which everybody I talked to definitely likes.
That game was fucking was
a
good.
Great game. It was just fucking long.
Yeah, it was pretty long, but it was great. It was great.
It was a great game.
And it feels like all they got was constantly the short end of the stick, and now they get layoffs, and then apparently whatever that Deus Ex game was got scrapped, and now they're working on something else. So I don't know why. Aside from like layoffs in this industry, and I guess I'll segue into the next topic. Layoffs in this industry are rampant, and it's always at the start of the year where it always comes in waves and that kind of stuff. But the fact that like one entity can swallow up so much shit, like some sort of I don't know what's the word, like a black hole or like a homunculus, or I don't know what to call it, but like,
or me at a Chinese buffet,
or him at a Chinese buffet, like that they could just. Oh, hey, yeah, the money could swallow this shit up so recklessly and then just destroy it. It's infuriating.
Yeah.
It's nuts. And then that's and that still also points. You got to point the finger at Square Enix Square Enix, the North American one or whatever, or division, because like they have these studios that were actually pumping out great games aside from the Avengers and. But then they also didn't know how to manage that shit properly. So you had games like I don't know if anyone remembers, but when Tomb Raider, the reboot came out in 2013, they said that game underperformed, even though it sold like millions of copies. And it's because they put money in all the wrong places. Their marketing budget was apparently just like pretty much like crack money or something. Like, it was just all like just blown out the water. Deus Ex Mankind Divided didn't make money even though that game sold. You want to know why? Because their marketing was so stupid that the shuttle trains that you would take from going to Grand Central Station to Times Square in Manhattan had Deus Ex Mankind Divided plastered all over the outside and insides of the trains for like 2 months.
Yeah, you didn't.
Who the fuck is riding the train that cares about Deus Ex, man? Oh shit! Excuse me.
I remember. One thing I will say about Deus Ex, Revolution? No, Mankind Divided.
Yeah.
Mankind Divided. When it came out, it was horrendously optimized for PC.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know where it gets used for fucking benchmark. They did, but it still gets used for benchmarks, which is funny.
Yeah.
I mean, it does. It's a looker, but like.
Yeah. But I loved it still. I loved it still.
Yeah.
And very sad.
Yeah, so it's just pure stupidity. Like, there's no fucking way. There's no way that the studio who worked on the reboots for the Tomb Raider games, and in the past, like, such a storied history of making Soul Reaver over how many years, Crystal Dynamics, would go on to make a live service Avengers game that they 100% definitely wanted to do. There's no, I refuse to believe that. And if that's really the case, you reap what you sow. But like, I find it hard to believe that after making all these phenomenal single player games, they go on to make a dog shit live service game. We're seeing right now.
Suicide Squad right now.
That's next week's topic. It's so but that's Square Enix and shit, but yeah, this whole Embracer thing is just, more pointing out this layoffs hitting the industry, and I guess it also segues into the next thing, which is also relatively similar. Blizzard. So I don't know if anyone here plays Blizzard games.
I haven't touched a Blizzard game.
Played Diablo 4.
I played. No, I didn't play Diablo.
Oh, okay.
The last Blizzard game I touched was Overwatch 2.
Okay, all right. Sorry to hear that. I'm a what?
Overwatch 0.15.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. Pretty much when it comes to Blizzard, most of my investment is in World of Warcraft. Though I did play Diablo 4. I think it's pretty good. I don't know. I kind of don't understand why people hate it so much because it plays really well. But I don't know.
I don't hate it. I just
you just haven't played. You haven't played it.
Yeah. I mean, play it once, and I don't find the replayability all there, but I know a lot of people do.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's not that person's kind of game. I feel like I've heard them talk shit about it, right? But if you're into Diablo type games, it's a fine Diablo game. So. Yeah.
Like I play. I don't play like that. Those kind of CRPGs, I think they're called, or is that a CRPG? No, ARPG. Sorry, ARPGs. All that often. But I've played a bunch on PC, and I played Diablo 3 a lot, and a bunch of smaller ones like Grim Dawn or Torchlight and stuff like that. And I love them. Diablo 4 seems like more of that kind of stuff. It's a good time for me. But anyway, WoW is really where I care. And so Blizzard had a bunch of layoffs, or like Microsoft laid off a bunch of people, but apparently it mostly just hit Blizzard and a little bit of Bethesda and like ZeniMax, that kind of area.
Right.
But most of it was Blizzard, and then that was like a week or two ago. And then a couple days ago, the esports division of Blizzard, which I didn't even know existed, also got hit with layoffs. For those who don't know, Blizzard and esports go together like fucking mayonnaise and cereal.
Okay. All right.
They just totally drop the ball every time. If they gave a shit about esports, StarCraft, people still give a shit about StarCraft, but where's that?
Right.
Heroes of the Storm, they were trying to push some esports shit like that. They literally killed the esports division. The Overwatch League has to be one of the most like total boneheaded decisions in the history of esports, anything ever. And that's pretty much it. Like, I think the most notable esports event in Blizzard's, repertoire is the Race to World First for World of Warcraft.
Yeah.
And that has none of Blizzard's input on it. That's all just like homegrown, essentially. I mean, it's handled by esports organizations and teams that handle it, but that has practically nothing to do with Blizzard. So, the president also stepped down. A guy by the name of Mike Ybarra. It was him and I forget the woman's name, but after the whole thing happened with Blizzard a couple years ago with the sexual assault stuff and the Cosby Suite thing and all that kind of shit came out, the president at the time, I think guy's name is J. Allen Brack, stepped down, and then he got replaced by two people, Mike Ybarra and a woman who currently escapes my mind, but she wound up stepping down because the gender inequality stuff was still very much a problem. Right. But nonetheless, I'm just going to speak at this aside from just quite necessarily addressing political and socio-political issues. I'm going to speak about this as a gamer who plays WoW. He played WoW. and I'm sure you guys might feel the same way, or I hope you do. But to hear that one of the people in charge of any sort of gaming company or something like that actually plays the video game. is crazy. And not only that, it's like a thing that's like when it's not fake, I guess is what I'm saying. And the guy rated in WoW. He would rate on at least the like heroic or mythic. So that's like pretty serious rating, or serious enough that you have to play the game quite a bit to do that. And you can just check his character.
Reminds me of fucking when Vin Diesel and what was that the other co-star of Fast and Furious, the lady, come out and for a Tekken interview, and they're like, I love playing Tekken. Yeah, it's just when people play the game and when they don't play the game.
Yeah, it's obvious. And that guy played the fucking games, man. He played games. And he played WoW and he played shit out of it. So when you know that the person in charge actually plays the stuff, because sometimes like it's crazy, but that's not a thing.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, he stepped down. I'm not gonna say he was perfect. Like there was a whole issue with people like at first being under. Like Blizzard told him it was cool to work from home, and then he was one of the people that was just like, nah, everyone has to come back to the office, and that shit was not cool. So I'm not saying the guy was perfect, but like when as a consumer, as a person who plays the video games, to know that the person in charge also plays the video games, you know that it puts their head in a space that unfortunately isn't all that common. Like fucking the old CEO of Activision Blizzard, Bobby Kotick. You think that guy played a video game? He probably played with his dick more often than that. Like, it was no fucking way. If he looked at a video game, he'd probably go, oh, what's that? Like, that's just how it goes. That's the same way people love Phil Spencer and Microsoft. He plays the video games. It's just...
And who's replacing him?
So, we're trying to jump to as few conclusions as possible because got to give benefit of the doubt. So, he got replaced by a woman by the name of Joanna or Joanna. I don't want to fuck up the name, but I'm sure I did. Faris, I believe.
Okay.
And so her experience, and this is the thing that gives me like the heebie-jeebies. She had apparently 12 years of experience at like some VP level in the NFL.
Okay.
And as we all know, the NFL is a dog shit company or dog shit entity, right? Because literally all like their players could have fucking permanent brain damage, and it's just like, whatever. So there's that, and then she had in 2018 joined Activision Blizzard, and she was like a franchise manager or the franchise manager for Call of Duty.
Okay. Is she the one? Oh, is she the one that made like the actual remake of Shipment as a promotional material?
I don't know, but it seems like her background is marketing type stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And it doesn't inspire confidence, but benefit of the doubt, I will say. I'm just going to make that very clear. And, she says that she plays, like, Overwatch and Diablo. And so, like, she does play the video games, and I have literally no reason to doubt her. So, that. It's just the experience does not inspire confidence, but also I think her shtick is also some esports stuff, possibly. So, so I guess that's like when they did the esports layoffs in Blizzard, the reasoning they gave was they gave was to restructure and kind of change the way they're operating. Because let's be fair, I didn't even know that esports division because they clearly fuck up around at every possible corner.
Well, I'm sure her experience with the NFL can definitely help with that. Putting on,
yeah, man, yeah,
stuff.
great, yeah, I love the NFL. That's great, man.
Hey, I mean,
Experience is experience.
yeah, the experience is experience. Like,
Yeah.
Even if you don't like the outcome, it's
Yeah.
you can't say she didn't make money for the company.
Yeah, but you know, that's the only thing. See, my investment is that WoW is in a really, really good place, or like clearly it's in a WoW. WoW's in a good place now, or in a pretty good place. Like it's building up towards something. Like it got the momentum going on, and I'd hate to see that change. Is all I'm saying.
Right.
Especially with all the layoffs that they got hit with. Like that had to affect at least every part of the company. So it's
Yeah. On the same note. I know I'm the only one that plays Destiny, but
regularly, yeah.
yeah. The game director Joe Blackburn, who's been like the main face of
Forever, right?
Destiny. Well, no, not for. He's been the game director for like 3-4 years.
Oh, okay.
But he came on like at the start of the game as the raid director. Like he was in charge of all of the raids.
Okay.
Developing all the raids, and he got promoted. He's stepping down as of like, I don't know, a couple of weeks from now.
All right.
Yeah, so I mean, it's like, thank you for your service. Clearly, he plays the game.
Yeah.
And he's when he became director, it felt like there was a lot more transparency between the company and the people. Like he would have live ask me anything type things.
Yeah.
And it just, I don't know. Like maybe he's just really good at selling corporate shit to the people, but it felt like he was a person,
Yeah, I mean sometimes you just kind of feel like he could, and
yeah.
I know that this could be wrong, but sometimes you just kind of like you can sense when someone gives a shit. That's really it.
So he's leaving Bungie completely. He's worked with Bungie since like Halo Reach days. And his replacement is also a developer on Destiny. So it's not like, we're getting a no-name person that's coming out of left field, coming from, I don't know, the guy who stepped down from Blizzard is now coming to Destiny.
Yeah. I mean, he's a raid guy, man. He's a raid guy, so that wouldn't be the worst thing ever, but he also, I don't know if he plays Destiny. So
so the final shape will be the last thing that he has worked on. And he's leaving before the final shape releases. And we're getting a new guy. I forgot his name, but he's a developer. So same type of thing. Same type of thing. Yeah. So what's everybody playing?
Go for it.
As of right now, Dave the Diver. I'm still enjoying that. Was playing a lot, and Solid, you can attest because you were too, of Pal World, but I took a break. Multiple reasons why I've taken a break. One, it was soaking up my life. Two, I learned that after I'm kind of on the fence about it, but I'm thinking that after the actual full release comes out, there's a lot of bugs. It's a beta.
Oh yeah.
So after the full release of the game comes out, when they plan to fix everything, I'm feeling like all of the progress that you made,
it's gonna be reset.
It's gonna be reset. So there's really no reason in going extra hard in the game like this for me when I feel like all of my progress is gonna be reset.
Yeah.
Having a private server to play with friends, to enjoy their company and all of that stuff. Learning things and of that nature was cool. My only problem is motherfucking spoilers, man. Like
see last week's topic for that one.
Yeah. But other than that, Power World, Fortnite, of course. Dave the Diver, and I was gonna get into this the Suicide Squad, but I'm thinking I'm gonna probably just take a. I'm gonna
let that one sit.
I'm not gonna touch it. Yeah, I think I'm gonna leave it alone.
Well, if you get it, I'll play with you. But you know, it's a game. Shitty games are good with friends. All right, even
you're not wrong. Very, very much so. Shitty games are good with friends. The only thing I'm really looking forward to that's gonna be coming soon, however, would be Helldivers 2, which will be dropping in 6 days. So I'll be playing that on day one. Hopefully that's good. There's a couple other games that's coming that I know some people are excited for, but I'm not. I.e. Skull and Bones.
Oof.
Indeed.
Yeah. No, I won't always wait to see how it comes out, but I played that shit a long time ago or some time ago, and that was all I needed.
That game, like
I'm good.
Yeah, no black flags, but straight up red flags.
And I think since I watched Solid play, which I hope he actually comes back to streaming and plays again, is Final Fantasy VII. The Rebirth is dropping on the 29th. So if he doesn't do that, I'll just wait for him to jump into something and then stream it to me if he's gonna do that, because I can't. I don't know if I'm gonna play it. I think I'm just gonna watch.
I would suggest because I do like the hybrid RPG elements and action elements that they have in the remake.
So
like the fighting. No.
Yeah. Well, it feels like the natural evolution of like turn-based combat.
Yes, it feels like Final Fantasy VII Remake is the next generation of RPG, action RPG type shit.
So,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. For a person that loves turn-based combat,
it's
not turn-based.
I know it's not, but I'm saying for a person that loves turn-based combat to go and play this game,
I get I like turn-based combat too. I don't like the original Final Fantasy VII charge meter type thing. The action meter.
The ATB, yeah.
Yeah, I don't like that type of stuff. This game has it, but it also, while you're waiting for it to charge, you are physically doing things. You are doing combos. You are controlling the area. And as your ATB charge goes up, that's when you stop time and you do out your actions. So it's half and half. And so I get my turn base and I also get my action. So I think I can't emphasize how much I like it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna give it a try. Maybe I need to play it myself since I do have it. I'm gonna give it a shot. Probably off the platform. If we catch my drift, I'm not gonna do it there. I'll probably just play it out on my own time.
He's talking about OnlyFans,
yeah, my OnlyFans. Yeah. Subscribe to my OnlyFans at HeyyyyyTony. But seriously, like I'm gonna give it a shot. I'm gonna try.
Yeah, I mean, if you don't like it, it's fine. I'm just saying, like, I like turn-based combat, and I don't like ATB combat. This one does it perfectly, I think. Speaking of which, the games I'm playing right now, I'm still trudging through fucking Final Fantasy VII, the remake, in anticipation. I'm trying to platinum it before the next Rebirth comes out the 28th. I should be. I'm close. I'm almost done. Tekken 8. I'm on Tekken 8. I have not gone deep into Tekken 8. I've just been playing matches, resting on my laurels of previous Tekken games. I have not learned really deep dive on the new heat system. So, I'm getting my ass handed to me as days go by because I'm not progressing or just taking my time with it. I just hop on for matches because really I'm focused on getting this fucking platinum. That's what I'm doing. What are you doing, Fist?
Playing Dragon Quest 11 here and there. It's been fun. I haven't played a JRPG like that in a minute, so I'm enjoying that. And a friend and I have started. Well, actually, I think we're a good deal of the way through the game. But Evil West is on PlayStation Plus.
okay.
Or I don't know if it is anymore, but it was like the free game for the month. And so I re-upped my PlayStation Plus subscription to play Dragon Quest. But I was like, oh, fucking let me snag that because I had my eyes on it for a while, but never felt like pushing or pulling the trigger on it. It has co-op, and it is like the most Xbox 360 ass game I think I've played in a long time. It's fun. It's fun. It's like God of War from Wish.com, like the recent God of War games. But it's still fun. It's fun. And the co-op bits, we're playing on the hardest difficulty because we were playing on hard, and it was just like, you kind of shit stomping it. Definitely this feels just like playing through Gears of War on Insane. And that warms my heart.
Yeah, that's as soon as you said that, I was like, unlock core memory.
Yeah.
I was like, oh,
it even looks like playing Gears of War on Insane. No, I mean the game like has a look to it. It's it's a
do you turn into chop meat when you get killed?
No, unfortunately not. No,
Okay.
and then you don't just like turn into chunks or your head gets blown off. You guys like start screaming. He's like, how's he doing?
Is that a Capcom game?
No. It's made by the same people who did the Shadow Warrior games.
Oh, okay.
Crazy. But yeah, it's been fun. I think we're a good deal of the way through that. And if I don't know, I recommend it if people are just like, if you like the God of War style combat, and you got a buddy and you want to just turn your brain off and engage with this shit, it's great. It is. Let's see. That game's buggy. See, I've had bugs where the sound just stopped after I went into the menu to upgrade. I've had bugs. This happened 2 times in one play session, so there's about a span of like 2 hours, 2 or 3 times, I think, within the span of 2 hours, where an enemy just smacked me through the fucking ground and my friend couldn't pick me up and the fight was unbeatable. We've had times where in mid-fight, the enemy's health bars disappeared and they were invincible. We'd have had times where a boss monster was stuck. Or there was one time where a boss monster was stuck like 20 feet above us, and he just stopped fighting, so he just let us gun him down. And the problem was that you can only kill bosses by executing them, and you can only execute them with melee.
Okay.
So we got to the end, but thankfully there's a teleport button. So my guy went into the air and his gun stretched up and his torso like ripped, just twisted. And my guy essentially turned into fucking Stretch Armstrong for like 10 seconds, but his gun was broken for the rest of the play session. We literally died. My gun was still busted. It was stretching all the way to the beginning of the level. Fuck, what else? I mean, that game's got bugs, bro. It's got there was a boss we fought, major boss fight. All it did was just sit there for 10 seconds, go underground, try to shoot something at us. We would stop it. It comes back up, stays there for 10 seconds. It did that for like 2 minutes. They came up and just fucking one-shotted us. Wow. It's janky as fuck, and I assume playing in a co-op is not making that any better. But yeah, that's what I've been up to.
Yeah, hell yeah. That's a fucking experience.
Yeah.
Whoever says that they don't want to play like buggy games,
yeah, no, they give you
you're
stories
missing
to tell.
out. You're missing out.
It gives you stories to tell.
Yeah. You don't have to play A, B, even C games. Like,
Yeah.
Go get the D's sometimes. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So Tony, where can they find you?
Yeah. You're funny. You can find me on YouTube and Twitch at HeyyyTony with Hey with 5 Y's and Tony with a Y at the end.
Yep. Fist, where they can find you?
YouTube, FistTruck or FistTruck TV. And that's it.
All right.
Where can they find you, Snarf?
Right here.
Yeah, Snarf.
Welcome.
Right here.
Wow. Right here. Just here?
Yeah, just right here. All right, I'm Solid Snarf on Twitter. Like, I'm not there. Oh, it's not called Twitter anymore.
Yeah.
If you type in Twitter, you can still go to.
For
Yeah.
now, the domain is still the same, but it will change eventually.
Bro, they've changed the logo on my phone. It's been like maybe 6 months? Wait, a long time. Every time I tried to look up Twitter on my phone, I'm like, where's the fucking bird?
Get the sex out of here, man. I don't want to look at X videos.
No, yeah, exactly. All right. Well, thank you, everybody, for joining. I'm Solid Snarf. This is FistTruck. And HeyyyyyTony. And we'll see y'all next week.
Bye-bye.
Peace out.